Hello there, people. Welcome back to the EagleBite83 channel where the past never dies, and welcome back to a very late continuation of roleplay review, in which we will continue the story of Blood Ties from way back when I did role-playing on Survivalist RP for DayZ. This is going to be interesting because we are going to be doing Blood Ties episode 26, The Trip, which actually details Robin Burley sort of losing his way after the Duskar attack, when the mutants attacked Duskar, and he is he's hurting mentally because he feels like he failed his brother. Rory, he had to drag Rory all bloody and beaten and probably, like, close to death back to the base. And when we catch up with them, Rory has just woken up. So let me just see if I can get this going. It's been a while since we did this, but yeah. Shut that off. This should work now. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I think everything's good. Okay. Oh, it constantly does that. Why? Wait. Uppspelning, hastighet, normal hastighet. So, alright. Let's continue. And please feel free to tell me if there's any issues with the volume or anything. Alright. Here we go. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I should probably switch the the category. Hang on. Switch to DayZ. It's not live DayZ, but it is DayZ nevertheless. And I will switch the title to Roleplay Review. And that is now updated. If you update your browsers, the category and title of the stream should be changed. All right, here we go.
Come on, bro. Come on, wake up. It's okay, bro.
Where am I?
It's okay, you're at home. Come on. Ease up, man.
I always get annoyed when I hear that. I always say you're at home. You're at home. I don't know. It always annoys me. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be too close to the mic, but yeah.
You're back.
What happened?
You're back home. You got knocked out. I had to drag your ass back here.
I just remember gunfire.
I know, man.
Freaks.
I know. Relax.
I just want to say for the record, I really miss role-playing with Mehdi. Mehdi is such a good guy.
You're safe now.
What happened to Duskar? What happened to those people?
I don't know. I ran up to Duskar and I couldn't find you, and there was bullets flying everywhere, and those fucking freaks were everywhere. I had to find you, you know. I had found my brother bruised, battered, and unconscious at the main gate. He had lost blood from wounds to his torso, but I tried to patch him up as best I could. With the security status at New Duskar being questionable at best, I'd taken it upon myself to care for Rory back home.
Episode 26. The Trip. which is a title I chose with great concern.
As Rory came to, I
The
told
trip.
him about how it had all gone down from my perspective, and that I'd heard that the attack was instigated by Warlock himself, who apparently had been at the scene when it all went down.
It makes sense. There's so many of them.
I know. I saw them. Relax now. Take a deep breath. Bro,
I haven't actually seen
I
this
have to-
episode in a long time. This specific episode.
I have to tell you something. Like, I came back to find you, and I was trying to get to you, but I couldn't do it, man. There was just so many of them.
This is Robin Burley basically breaking down from guilt. He's very guilt-ridden about the fact that he feels like he let Rory down.
And I froze.
Remember what I said last episode, a year ago now? I did talk about how Robin was paralyzed by fear. That whole duality, that where the fear took on sort of a persona of its own inside him and tried to convince him to stay put. That whole thing is haunting him now. He's like really tormented, traumatized by it.
I'm sorry, man.
It's my... fucking... It doesn't fucking matter. Nothing fucking matters.
I felt
Nothing fucking matters.
like I failed you, bro. Listen, they're still at it.
That could have been like random gunfire for all I know. Actually, it was kind of... I think this was recorded the day after the whole attack went down. But this, for editing or for story purposes, this was edited in that fashion that it was actually... It feels like it was just recently, you know. We just got back, you know.
Let me sleep.
Rory's dismissal of my desire to confess my failings felt like an accusation delivered to me as a person and as his brother. I had never before felt so alone and so worthless. Over and over again I chastised myself for not being there for him in time, for allowing harm to come to him. What would Mom have thought of me now? What would Dad? At that moment, all condemnation of Rory's previous actions were supplanted with a self-recrimination which whipped me senseless. I had to get out of there. Not finding any solace at home, I packed for a trip. I didn't really know where I was going, but I just knew that I had to get away for a while. In the back of my mind, I was contemplating perhaps trying to find where Lamplight were based, and Dobby had told me that they were located somewhere around Waldoboro, so I had a vague sense of direction at least. This time of year, the weather was progressively cooling off, so for once, I decided to leave my iconic cowboy hat at home. It was a strange feeling, though, making a longer journey without my designated travel hat, but like many things right now, it could be seen as a sign of things not being the way they should.
Actually, that was never really intended as a narrative choice, because I went into it as soon as I got a hold of the cowboy hat, I knew that was going to be like iconic apparel of Robin Burley. You know, he was always going to have that cowboy hat. I mean, we did find it back in episode 1, and he's like had it ever since, except for like when indoors and whatnot. But here was like the first, and I think ever, time when he is like wearing a beanie instead. And I don't really know why, but it felt proper somehow. Like everything is like chaotic in his life right now, so it's like, yeah. And I imagined him being like a little bit cold. So he's like, okay, I need to, bundle up and have like a more heat insulating or cold insulating, a more insulating headwear.
My first stop was a simple visit to New Duskar. It wasn't exactly a desirable location to go right now, in particular after the troubles of my last visit, but once more I wanted to see if I could get a hold of the elusive Skylar and talk to her about our business proposal. I also wanted to see if there was any news about Cameron. Oh, this place sure is quiet. Hello there.
Hello.
How's things?
Are you a reporter?
Oh, no, I just
Like
found...
report the news?
Nah, this is sort of like my work coveralls.
Are you a reporter?
Ah, I see.
I am of the Burley family.
The Burley family. Alright.
Yeah.
Interesting note here. I always say Burley family, but here, for some reason, I said Burley family, and he was like saying Burley family. So he was like pronouncing it correctly, actually, even though I just said it the wrong way.
And,
Name's Duke. What about you?
oh yeah, my name's Robin.
Nice to meet you, Robin.
Yeah, you too. I see you have an armband there. Are you with a group?
Ah, yes. Me and my friend Dexter. We do private security and bounty hunting.
These guys seem to be operating under a similar premise like me and Rory. Single color armband, no major affiliations. Okay. Hello there.
Hello.
Ah, hello.
What's your name?
I'm Leah. What's your name? What's yours?
Alright, well, I'm Robin Burley. Nice to meet you, and this is, what was your name again?
Duke.
Duke.
Dexter?
Duke, thank
Oh, Duke.
She's like, she was
I heard
way
you
off.
say Dexter. You're looking for storage, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a few more minutes. Did you find Killian?
Killian went to sleep. I went to look for him so I could get some work, but currently he's sleeping. But yes, I'm in no rush. It's turning to night and I do not have anything to see, so...
Interesting how, like, maybe just a day before or something, this whole colony was under attack, under siege from, like, horrible mutant monsters and mutant dogs and mutant spiders that explode on contact. So, yeah.
I'll probably just make a fire here. So you take
Oh,
your
that's
time.
fine.
You'd never
If
imagine
you want to
it.
make a fire under that tarp, there's some shelter.
Are you with
Yep.
New
I'm
Duskar?
I was,
What?
but
Was?
Arthur and I are stepping down.
Oh?
Yeah.
What's happened?
I think they chose to step down after the attack because I think at least those two felt like the colony was not, it was too much there was too much focus on New Duskar, too much focus on the leadership, and too much role-playing content was going on in their town. And that's usually a good thing on a role-play server, but I don't think they could hack it. I don't know for sure, but I think that's... I mean, the timing is so coincidental. Like, the attack just happened, and they're like, okay, no, screw it. We're leaving.
We decided we wanted to start a small, simple town, and live a simple life, but the mutant attacks are getting to be out of hand, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
trouble, and it's too much.
That's when you, as a community leader, when things get rough, that's when you leave, right? No, like, faith in the community people or anything like that. Like, just yeah. We wanted to create a nice place for everybody, but it's nah. Screw it.
Gonna go back to our simple lives.
Whoa. New Duskar seemed to be going through some changes. Apparently, many of the founding members were going to hit the road and leave the settlement. That left the whole integrity of New Duskar itself in question. And without the support of New Duskar to not only back us up defensively, but also provide jobs for the courier business, it would leave the future of our own little planned community up in the air.
Yeah, that was a little bit annoying, or not annoying, worrying, because at this very point, New Duskar is like really shaken, and they were our biggest backers. We'd settled in their backyard. We were living right across the bridge from them. We were sort of their early warning system because we were on the main road into New Duskar over the bridge. So we were kind of like a small, I guess you could say a small suburb to New Duskar, and now the main settlement was like breaking up. It felt we were concerned that we were not going to really have the foundation for good roleplay that we had, that we wanted out of New Duskar, because after all, that's one of the main reasons why we settled where we settled.
Seemed to be a bit shaky overall at this time.
There's quite a bit of people here. The Salty Cougar is going to stay. They're trying to find some of the people that fled or lost. Try to gather them back up and bring them back.
Okay.
I don't know what the plan is, but yeah, we're going to gather our allies and just, chill for a bit.
Alright. I'm looking for a person named Skylar. You know if she's awake?
Yeah, at this point, I was still looking for Skylar, because Skylar was still, like, the main person to try and talk to. Like, everybody wanted to talk to Skylar. Skylar was one of the major characters, one of the major lore characters on the server. So, whatever was happening on the server, it was always, like, Skylar was always in the center of it, or, like, hovering around it in some way. There was always something going on with Skylar, and it felt like she was the one that we wanted to talk to about our little planned shop, because here we were still interested in opening like a courier business, but also no, not shop, courier business. I'm trying to remember. It was a courier business, and we wanted to like establish sort of a storefront up in New Duskar to get people to like to do some business.
I don't.
She was also like officially Arthur was the leader of New Duskar, but at this time at least. But Skylar was the head of the Cougar, which was the basically the inn, the tavern that had been around for ages. And it had actually been transplanted to New Duskar from another location just a little earlier than this. And eventually, well, you'll see what happens.
I think she's in town.
Oh, okay.
Last I heard, she was out of town, but I'm not sure if she's coming back. But the gentleman that just ran by is with the Salty Cougar, and this gentleman here. Nope.
Salty Cougar, that was the name. Not the Cougar.
Oh yeah,
Salty
Lamplight.
Cougar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh, some animosity there. Look at that. Look at how they look at each other here.
And this gentleman here. Nope, he's with a different faction.
Yeah, and she
Oh yeah,
starts-
Lamplight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything, but I caught the looks by the Lamplight guy, and subsequently Leah's mildly passive-aggressive tone when she confirmed my identification of the faction. There seemed to be some tension simmering between the two. which could indicate a larger issue between Lamplight and what remained of New Duskar. Though this was just casual observation, and I wasn't privy to any information which would indicate why this had developed, I did recall the radio conversation involving Juniper and Gil Gilson, which might have something to do with it, but I couldn't draw any solid conclusions and decided to pay it no mind.
Okay, if you don't remember the radio conversation, basically what I remember is that, I don't know, I think somebody in New Duskar had stolen an armband from Lamplight, and the Lamplighters, particularly Gil, had gotten furious about that. This at a time when Lamplight and New Duskar had sort of a mutual defensive pact. I think Lamplight was like sort of contracted to be quote unquote security for New Duskar, at least bolstering New Duskar's defenses. But yeah, that put a little bit of a twist in the works.
But it's just gotten too much for the old man to handle, so I think we're gonna call it quits for a while.
Alright, okay. You know if the Cougar's open right now?
Actually, I haven't been over there since the meeting, but there might be one or two people over there. Like I said, there was a guy that just ran by with a Salty Cougar armband. It's purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar, but
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how the flags of the Cougar are like raised down there. It's like it's gonna be the Cougar Town now instead of New Duskar.
Remember me saying that. Remember me actually... This was completely off the top of my head. Just Cougar Town. Maybe it'll become Cougar Town or something. Remember that. I think in the very next episode, you'll see what happens with New Duskar.
no. Who knows? I'm just glad to be on my way.
I gotcha. I joked about it, but little did I know that my exact words would in fact be used as the name for the settlement that remained after the banner of New Duskar was lowered permanently.
Yeah.
But forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Yeah, I was
My
jumping
final
the gun
point
there.
of inquiry about Cameron yielded no results. Apparently, Sergei and Bishop had scoured the islands but not found him or Jose anywhere. And now Lamplight was sending queries to New Duskar concerning the whereabouts of their missing member. As Cameron had been lost in New Duskar jurisdiction, this was another point of contention which just added fuel to the fire between the two groups. And now, as New Duskar was on the verge of dissolving altogether, the mystery seemed to be left unresolved. I felt so bad about Cameron. I remembered him screaming something, but I never caught what it was. I sincerely hoped that he was still alive, but I didn't know.
Thank you.
The Cougar
Should've
had been
killed
closed, and I spent the night roaming the wasteland, ever so slowly making my way north. I'd had a break from my own troubled mind at New Duskar, but as I left the community behind, the distress over my own failings trickled back ever so slightly. To not only have Rory's stinging dismissal echoing in my ears, but also to be reminded of how I'd failed to help Cameron as well, was a recipe for a sense of self-loathing that I'd never experienced before. I journeyed on, and with dark thoughts weighing heavily on my mind, I made my way into the outer reaches of Waldoboro.
Okay, so here's the thing. It seems like there's two choices I always go for when it's roleplay. Either I am just completely me, like there's nothing else, or my character always moves into having a massive, like, guilty conscience for something. And, like, feeling bad about stuff and, like, having a very tragic background. Robin Burleigh, more and more, feels the pressure of being the older brother of the Burleigh family. And in the same way, Ego on Daisy Underground is also like, you know, first he has Max Hatter, and then he has Sethis he has to deal with and all that, and it's just, yeah. I'm wondering what I'm gonna be on Lug, Daisy Underground Livonia server. I feel like I want to be something completely different there. Try something new, you know? Think outside my box. Oh, smoke.
A smoking gas station. Yeah, I've seen this before.
How you doing?
Arbiters.
Oh, hey. Doing good.
Oh my god, it's you.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Don't say
Hello.
anything. Don't say anything. Yoshi and Dobby.
You fucking serious? I'm not fucking Yoshi.
As I recognized the voice, I realized I was talking to Michael and not Yoshi. I wanted to be slightly racist and joke about how all Arby's look the same, before I realized that literally no two arbiters actually did look the same. Well, Dobby's easy to recognize anyway.
He's going through a phase right now. He won't wear a shirt.
Oh, okay, I got it. Yo, Dobby, you okay?
Have we met before?
Yeah, it's me, it's Robin. I don't have the cowboy hat right now.
Oh shit, yeah, of course.
Oh. Well, at least they can't play the holier-than-thou card. As far as facial recognition was concerned, it seemed like I was in good company.
You're right. We're spending too much time in Waldeboro.
This is actually my first time here.
Was it?
Oh, it's actually alright. I mean, we've run around a lot of it. Don't know what you'll find.
Alright, yeah, I get it. I'm just looking around, just exploring, pretty much. Now, I haven't found anything, like, in that.
Waldeboro is a very interesting place. I haven't played on Deer Isle in a few years now, so it's probably changed since I played on it. But at this time, it was still, at least, it was very flat. Like, the area of Waldeboro was large as a big city, like Stonington or Portland, but all the buildings were more or less flat. Like not flat, but like low buildings, like small warehouses, gas stations, the standard small residential houses. There were no real city core in Waldeboro. There are like a couple of high-rise apartments, but there's no like focused place with like larger buildings, like inner city buildings. So Waldeboro was always an odd place to me because it felt like it should be a city, but it kind of sort of is more like a town.
Direction. I mean, somebody did blow up this thing.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Okay. Yeah, blowing up gas stations seemed to be Michael's personal calling card. In any case, he told me that he had seen me from afar, and as he had spotted the white armband, he hadn't been sure if I was part of a bandit faction, which was becoming famous for wearing single white armbands, same as us. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying actually, because we chose the white armband for a reason, to sort of honor our cousin Dex, but now I'm hearing like it's so easy for any bandit group to just use a white armband. It's like, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah, there's a bit of a group. They're not huge, but they're getting a bit of reputation for robbing people in single white armbands, so...
Oh, just my luck.
Reputation.
This concerned me a little. We didn't want any confusion to be the cause of friendly fire. Alright, well, I'll have to we're gonna have to reconsider that, I suppose.
Maybe just double them up. Wear the double white armbands. It's a little bit different.
Since he had white rags on him, Michael went the extra mile and made me a spare armband to wear on the other arm. I suppose this would be slightly more specific to us Burleys, and would be suitable for the moment, but truth be told, I was considering designing our own specific badge of identification from the ground up sometime in the future. It would make things a lot easier. Hey, looking spiffy.
That's better.
Alright, cool. Well, thank you.
It's actually better as well, because if somebody's running and they're running to your, like, from your left to right, you can't see the armband. Whereas this way, it doesn't matter which way you and Rory run into each other, you can still see one of the arms.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true. Tactical advantage. While on the subject of appearances, as Michael decided to check out a shirt he had found somewhere, Dobby decided to keep away his jacket from him, and I got a front row seat to the spectacle of two arbiters arguing.
This is fun. Or funny.
Okay.
Give me my fucking jacket back. What the fuck?
Put the gun down, you little bitch.
No.
I was just trying to... It's got a fucking tripod in, you loser.
Don't talk about the tripod.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Ben.
Jacket.
Well, that's how you deal with the wavered jacket, I guess.
Yeah. He showed that coat.
Notice, if you will, Michael's shirt that he's flaunting right now is full of cats. It's the same shirt that Rory showed in... Was it in episode 22? Maybe 23? When we just moved into the new location.
Come on, the shirt's much better.
It is loads better.
I was just about to ask Dobby if he could point me in the general direction of Lamplight's base, when he suddenly spotted more people down the road.
Oh, right, yeah, you said that. Well, which
Who's
direction
that?
is it?
Who is that?
There are several people.
They look juicy.
We intercepted the strangers at the old Waldoboro police station, and as they came under attack from creepers, Michael pulled out the Quarry Smasher and made short work of them.
I love that we still call it the Quarry Smasher.
There we go. A
Ow!
lot of these fuck.
You
Don't
good? You
mind if I
need
say what I
a...
can.
Good
bleed or
lord, you guys
anything?
are fast.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
No, you look...
Get these
You didn't get infected, did you?
No, I've got the cure for that anyways. I'm a doctor, so.
Lovely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this doctor. We're gonna have some fun with this doctor right here.
Yeah, we're getting him all
Yeah,
set
we're
up to be a
clinic
doctor in
now.
town to help everybody.
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
I'll be with you just a minute.
I'm getting old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm actually
True.
WTC.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually...
WTC, also known as the Waldoboro Trading Company. We only knew what we'd heard about them over the grapevine. They seemed like stand-up traders who had established themselves shortly after the storm. Since the shady shipwrecked faction had made an enemy of the Arbiters, they, along with their trade monopoly in the south, had vanished fairly quickly, which had paved the way for the WTC to supplant them and absorb all of their customers in the new Duskar region.
I'm the doc here, so.
Dude, I'm making it. I'm actually building a little room over in Hippie Towers because so many headaches
See,
here and I
we're
don't want to be
different.
working and sleeping in the same place.
Hippie tough.
Hippie Towers, another new group of people I had heard about. They were, for the lack of a better word, potheads, all of them. They were based in a high-rise building somewhere in the north part of Waldo, and the impression I'd gotten by what I'd heard about them was that they left everybody alone as long as they got to smoke their weed in peace.
Real quick, right? Me and Dobby are gonna talk
What's
to you for a sec.
Alright.
Well, I guess that leads us.
Yeah.
How are you, good
Me
sir?
and the
Yeah, I
doctor.
guess so. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Dr. Wilson, as he was known, introduced himself while another person showed up, who turned
This was so much fun. This right here, this instance of role playing. This was so much fun.
out to be Sav, who was feeling distraught over the latest mutant attack at New Duskar. As we kept talking, more people kept trickling in on occasion, one with a red armband denoting a member of the WTC.
He's trading.
Okay.
How's it going?
Hey. Hi. How you doing?
Doing
I'm
good.
doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good. You're the doctor, right?
Yeah, I'm the doctor.
Okay. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
What clued you in?
Nice to meet you. Name's Dr. Corey Wilson, MD.
I'll see it.
Yeah, I'm just a occupant of Waldo here, so.
Okay, you basically just live here, like you're not with a group.
Yeah, no, I'm not with a group. I hang out with the groups in Waldo, but
Doc Wilson told me about the other groups and pointed out the building where Hippie Tower was located. Standing this close to him was making me a little dizzy. Whatever he was smoking smelled really strange.
Yeah.
And I started to suspect that it wasn't just your ordinary garden variety cigarette.
see that tower over there in the distance?
Yeah?
Yeah, they meet up and smoke weed there, man. It's fucking awesome.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
Bro, I got this fucking joint from them, man. you don't see the smoke just trailing out of my mouth? My fucking
I
chin.
see it. Oh, you were there just recently then.
I had to cut a surgical, or I had to surgically put a hole in my mask so I could fit this joint here.
Alright. Well, if it's worth it, it's worth it. Where are
Think
they?
you ever had seaweed?
Seaweed.
Seaweed.
All right. Now we get to the part that is fun to watch. And this was probably one of the more ambitious edit jobs I ever did for this series. Actually, for all my roleplay series. This one, I put in a lot of effort. So let's just look at this and guess what's going on here.
No, I don't know. I don't think I'm familiar with that.
Oh, I'm about to rock your fucking world.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh, was this going where I thought it was going? An image of old Eli Carter flashed before my eyes. Drugs were bad for you.
Zweed.
Go ahead and put it in your hand there. And just take a drag and then ignite it and put it on.
As I saw the joint, I immediately refused. The moral implications of this was... Or I was, apparently going for it. Just lighting it up, getting blazed, all in, I guess.
First of all, that was like, you know, the narrator, his thoughts. Like, of course, like, squeaky clean. Like, no, drugs. We're not doing drugs. Absolutely. Of course I refused. And then, like, Robin's actions does something else. But you kind of have to excuse it as well. I mean, he's very straight and narrow, but his life is a little bit chaotic right now. So he's like, this episode is like all about him just like trying to find his way. And like, he doesn't really, he kind of tests his boundaries now. But I liked that little joke there about like, just the narrator is just like, yeah, of course. He didn't do it, and then it's like, or okay, he actually is, or like, I am actually.
That's, you know, that's fine too.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, so we're starting slow with the effects. I am adding on effects as we progress. Obviously, I would do that. The first effect is mild dizziness, like mild buzzing around the edges, and slightly more intense saturation of the colors. So if you'll notice that hat that the doc is wearing, that's pink. Now it's sort of all like, for some reason, like a lot more pink. Like it's very vibrant now.
Oh my.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and pick it back up and
Now things are
put it
things
out.
are happening here.
They seem to come in and out.
Pick it back up, and then you're gonna have to put it down. Put it out. Extinguish it,
Okay. Like
and
that.
then you can put it back down.
And then we go in with the echoing voices.
Okay. This. Oh my lord. Oh
I
lord.
know that guy.
It's fucking good, isn't it?
Holy shit.
And then the kaleidoscope background. which will intensify and then become solid, and then you'll see what happens.
He never told me his name.
It's amazing shit.
Oh
What about you? You want to hit?
Whoa.
Honestly, though, I don't know why it's kind of flashing like that. I thought it would like stay solid, but okay, never mind. It only happens when the guy's looking down.
Holy shit. I can see colors. Like, really?
Yeah, it's fucking
Dude.
vibrant, bro.
Your hat is so pink. Good God, it's pink.
Fucking amazing.
Just tripping balls, man. Tripping balls.
Oh, Lord.
This is a great.
Dude. Robin. You alright?
As the Zui took hold of me, I let myself go completely. For the first time, I felt free. No more responsibilities, no more fear. I could smell joy and taste rainbows. I could reach out through other dimensions. It was as if I could stare into the face of God.
And here comes God. And see if you can recognize him.
Dude. You there? I really think we should have a talk about this.
I felt that was like appropriate to show my own face there, just because he's like, you know, being like having these illusions, and he's saying like I can see God, and making myself as God is not like just, you know, to inflate your ego, but it actually makes sense because I am his creator in a sense. So I felt that was like very poetic. Like, yeah, of course I would show up there. And it's like, dude, you're right. I really think we should talk about this, you know?
Don't throw up, bro. You good?
It's so like
This is so cool.
tight, you know, like it's such a small
Vibrant, bro.
opening, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you know, dude,
You ever realize that these used to be windows
I know, right?
and
I mean-
they're not anymore?
Seriously? I mean,
Like,
seriously.
what is existence, man?
I don't
What is
know.
it?
I
know
love
what?
that guy.
I think,
You have a good one, bro. Be safe.
yeah. Bye.
Just this thing, me and Doc Wilson are like acting stoned. That was so much fun.
Oh my God. Speaking of God, you know, like,
Oh,
I
shit.
always thought that God was like, you know, kinda rad, you know, like
Right,
really,
right.
like he must like realize that he like we're just like him, you know, like seriously, it's just it's
But I
just
mean, like, with all the shit going on lately,
yeah.
do you think God is in the apocalypse too?
I mean, he could.
Like, he
be.
fucking got stuck down here with us.
I mean, for sure, man.
Stoned out of our
For
gourds.
sure.
Hell yeah, man. So maybe one day we'll run across God, and you just gotta be
Yeah.
nice to everyone so that if you do meet him,
Yeah.
you know, he'll bless you, bro.
I mean, it's so fantastic, everything.
Here come the arbiters, and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?" You know?
What's up, bro? How's it going?
Oh my God.
Is he high?
They're both fucking out of their minds right now.
Hey, hey, Arbs,
You
Arbs.
fucking took a
Listen,
took a hit of
have
the
you
Z-Wave,
tried
bro.
like this thing called Zwed?
Is
Yeah, it's like
set now. I want.
it's like
Z-Wave,
weed,
bro.
but it has like a Z in it. As I began to land and the vapors of illusion settled in my mind, I felt harmonious and tranquil. something I hadn't felt in a long time. Maybe an introspective long trip every once in a while wasn't the worst thing to happen, drug-induced or otherwise. As Pink Hat moved away with the guy from WTC, I realized that I'd forgotten his name. Hey, Pink!
I did
Pink.
remember you last time, but I remember you
Pink
now.
guy!
We met at
Wait!
fucking 42, right?
Pink! What was your name, man?
Name's Dr. Corey Wilson, I'm Libra.
Are you a Libra?
I'm a Scorpio, bro.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm Taurus. Nice to meet
I
you.
know, man. It's fucking terrible.
I hope you see.
Honestly, it actually works very well that I'm just like, for some reason, like, are you a Libra? But I actually thought, I think he said something else, but I actually thought that he said, I am a Libra. Listen to it again.
Yeah, someday. What was your name, man?
Name's Dr. Corey Wilson, I'm Libra.
Are you a Libra?
No, he's saying MD, bruh. Like MD, like medical doctor, I guess that's what it stands for, and then bruh. So MD,
Bruh.
pretty much.
I'm a Scorpio, bro.
Oh, for fuck's.
But the whole like star sign thing actually kind of fit into that stoner talk as well.
Sake, I'm Taurus. Nice to meet
I
you.
know, man. It's fucking terrible.
I hope you see you again someday, man.
You have a good one, man.
You too.
And if you ever need medical attention, look me up here, bro.
Like that special attention?
Even that special attention, bro.
Oh yeah. Fucking nice, man.
I feel sorry for you, lads. You lads always
Alright, you have a good one.
You too, Matt.
If there's anything that is like the most fun to play when on a roleplay server, it's either being high or being drunk. Like, it's so much fun. This is like me being high in DayZ, in Blood Ties, and then I was completely wasted, acting completely wasted in Adventures at New Hope as well. I don't think I've done any of the sort in Ego on Doug, or have I? No, but that's why I want to, like, when I go back there, I want to I want to attend like a party, like preferably a Firefly party, and then like just get completely wasted. Kind of was one thing that I wanted to include in the story, because that was supposed to be the only way that Ego can actually circumvent Seth's control and actually speak his mind with, among others, Pete. Why do I call him Mike? So I've actually called Pete Mike in my mind several times for some reason. Maybe, oh dude, maybe I should call him Mike when I'm like drunk or something. Oh, that would be so funny. But yeah, we'll see about that, because I've actually changed the narrative a little bit now. I still don't know when I'm actually going back there, because I haven't really had the time to roleplay this year at all, even during summer. I'm still like really wanting to go back there, but it's also a little bit like a puzzle how I'm going to fit the narrative of Robin. So I feel like I almost want to try out the Livonia server first and like get a fresh start with another character and do something else and then go back to my main character, you know? But anyway, let's continue.
I've got these fucking barbed wire, but they're shit compared.
Now I'm just messing around. Now I'm just like acting a fool just to like get their attention, yeah?
That's the metal ones.
Yeah.
I'm working on the railroad all the way along.
Look, when fucking Rory finds you, this ain't our fault. Like,
They're like, this was not us. Because the Arbiters always had a shady reputation and whatnot, and we were like really getting in good with the Arbiters, so, which was kind of funny because we really didn't set out to make friends with, like, you know, kind of unstable factions, but and Arbiters had a lot of crazy people, and they had this weird mentality of we need to keep the balance. So if there's too much order, we sow chaos, and if there's too much chaos, we help order. You know, like, but many of their members just use that as an excuse to rob and kill and whatnot. But they were getting really powerful at this time, and I was like, they knew us, so it was like they're like, no. Like, just tell Rory that this is not our doing. We this, you know.
You seen Rory? What?
We seen him like hours ago, but I'm just saying, when you get back to him, you ain't blaming this shit on us. You can stay here.
No. It was all that pink hat guy.
PCP.
I like pink hat guy. He's pink hat guy. You know?
Oh
yeah. Fair.
Glory.
Whew. Now I can see like the white edges are starting to like fade away a little bit. That's when you know that, you know, okay, your trip is sort of ending. You're landing. You're coming down for a landing now.
Right. Alright, well, I'm a head off since I got my boxing nails due to this fucking legend. So, thanks for the nails,
You're
mate.
welcome.
Adios, Michael. And adios, Railway Man.
Oh.
He called me Railway Man just because I was like on the ground rolling around and saying, I've been working on the railroad. I found that hilarious. And also gave me an idea for actually calling me the Railway Man on Daisy Underground. But that was like many years ago. Like that was way before Ego Undug. Yeah, I think after this, I actually went to Daisy Underground as like the first iteration of a character, Hans, some kind of German guy. But I always had that Railway Man in the back of my mind. Could be an interesting
Gotta focus a little bit here.
Call me the Railway Man.
Good God, that was some weird shit. Ugh. In a very unexpected show of concern, the two arbiters gave me both water and food. I hadn't even thought about it, but it was true. I suddenly had a massive craving to just munch down on some prime meat.
I wonder why.
Gotta remember to thank Pink
Take
Hat.
the edge
Man.
off.
What the hell was his name again?
Pink Hat Man.
Yeah, Pink Hat Man.
That's it.
Fuck it, I'll just call him
that
Pink
your
Hat Man. I'm gonna call out on radio.
Pink Hat Man.
Yeah.
Near Hippie
Honestly,
Tower.
Yeah.
What if he doesn't work it?
Well, that's true.
What if he just like takes it off and he goes to sleep?
The Arbies were on their way out, but of course, like an obsessive compulsive child with a crayon, they felt compelled to leave their mark one last time just for good measure. Holy shit, okay, honestly that was a good shot.
I'm so glad there was nobody near that I didn't even check.
Yeah, see, Survivalists RP was not an organic RP server. It's interesting because I've actually just recently I did a paper, or rather a video for my class, where I actually detailed the differences between the 4 types of servers in survivalist games today. I'm actually considering putting it up on YouTube and then linking it in the Daisy Underground server just to show them why not, you know. I actually did some kind of like a little bit of a ad for them at the end, but basically it's PvE, PvP, RP, and organic RP. Now RP has a rule set. You can't just kill people indiscriminately. You have to like there's like a rules of engagement in order to initiate hostilities. And if Dobby had accidentally killed someone there, that would be grounds for, I mean, either reprimands or like even being banned, like banishment. Banishment? Do you say banishment? Well, you know what I mean.
Oh my
I
god.
realised that you were
they
ginger
fight
before.
monks. Does that change everything?
Like literally, he's always
Yeah, he said that he never noticed that Michael was ginger before. Hey, I take offense at that. No, I don't.
hidden his face. I've never realised he's a redhead. It
Aw,
makes so much sense.
Come on, don't be like that. Don't go. Aw.
Look, if he's running away, he's got to deal with that shit. That's his insecurity.
Oh, you gotta make him feel better now.
I will. I'll tickle his toes later.
Okay.
Take it easy, man. I love you and leave you.
Yeah, take it easy. Have a good one.
Are you sure you're gonna get home alright? Like, I feel bad leaving him like this.
I will. Don't worry. I got double armbands now.
If that's true, they'll protect you.
Yeah.
Especially they'll help you float.
Yeah. Good.
They're like floaties. Bye bye.
Just float on the ride of life.
Yes, that is it. Alright, take care.
Alright, Red. See you in a bit.
As I parted ways with the Arbiters, I spent some time loitering around Waldoboro before I decided to head back home. I couldn't in good conscience stay away from Rory's bedside too long, and the fence still needed work. As I got back, Rory had still been in bed, and I didn't want to disturb him, so I let him sleep and decided to keep working on the perimeter fence.
Notice now how I actually only have one white armband instead of those two that they gave me. I'm going to give a convoluted excuse now why I don't have both of them. Instead, I'm just using the left one. But the thing is, the actual reason is that this footage was recorded before I did the trip to Waldoboro. So it was like actually kind of not in the proper order. But for the story, this worked so much better.
I'd felt compelled to yet again remove one of the armbands and get my trusty old cowboy hat on me. I don't exactly know why. It might have been an urge to want to feel at home again. I used to always do shit like that. I remembered coming home from military school and I'd had this urge to immediately listen to the Power Rangers theme song, like I wanted to be a kid again.
Okay, this is like really just something that I'm like making a real effort to make this excuse for just, having one armband instead of two. But another thing I wanted to say is notice here how the cargo pants that Robin is wearing, along with the press vest, they match up so perfectly that I always feel when he has this particular combination, it feels like he has like work coveralls, like the specific like clothing you wear at like not construction sites, but like, in your workshops and stuff like that.
Something about taking one step forwards and 2 steps back, I don't know. I was still adamant that we were going to start wearing double armbands permanently. It was still a good idea in general. But right now, I just wanted to feel familiar feelings again. Centering myself and reconnect with Burleyville as it is before changing it to what it was to be. As I worked, I pondered the journey I had taken. I didn't know if the Zwede had helped in that regard, but I did feel more together as a person. I knew now what had been at stake. How I'd been too hard on myself in regards to the failure to act, as fear can debilitate virtually anyone, and my actions had resulted in me overcoming my problems in the end anyway. I was also not to blame for other people's choices. I knew all of this now. I loved my brother, and I was fond of Cameron, but neither situation was something that I could hold myself responsible for. What had happened to them was life. And like the old maxim went, sometimes life is just a giant shit sandwich and we all had to take a bite.
Thing is, though, yeah, I got that from a movie. I don't really remember what movie it is, but yeah, definitely, if you recognize that saying. But I I wanted to say that now Robin, it seems like Robin has like really gotten over his troubles, and I guess he has sort of come to terms with what happened. But at the same time, I also want to point out that he's always gonna have like lingering doubts. You know, maybe he's not the right man to protect the family. Maybe he's not good enough. Maybe like he's always gonna question himself. However, he's not as chaotic as we started out this episode. Like he's settled down, he's calm again, you know, but he's always going to be like a little bit like, well, you know what I mean.
I was not able to predict the future or plan for every possible outcome. What I could...
The only reason why I'm saying that is because it's going to play a huge part in the final episode, which is 8 episodes from now. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Was to do the best I could with whatever choices presented themselves to me, and allow for and accept what I couldn't change. Knowing this was more than half the battle in the struggle to move forward. The day after I came back, Rory finally emerged from his house.
Oh, good God. Jesus.
We shared a long, quiet look. Then he spoke.
You didn't need a hand?
Oh, yeah. Join in, bro.
I knew this was Rory's way of telling me without telling me that we were cool. He'd always had problems showing emotions, but throughout our upbringing, I'd learned about subtleties of his that I could appropriately interpret as certain emotional hints.
This thing about being cool, I just wanted to like get that in because at the beginning of the episode, Robin didn't know. Robin felt so much guilt. He felt like he'd let Rory down, and Rory kind of dismissed his words as like, you know, just irrelevant, and like he just wanted to go to sleep. He couldn't really bring himself to like say, "It's all right, bro. None of this was your fault." And that was something that Robin kind of took personally. But here, they sort of come full circle, and they actually mend their relationship.
With this emotional
their fraternal relationship
baggage behind us, we began working on the perimeter fence together.
Yeah, this is when we're actually starting to genuinely get a perimeter for the for Burleyville. This is when we're really starting to get the place together. The first foundation of Burleyville.
It's perfect. Oh, I fucking knew it.
Oh, it fell into the house. And that's annoying just because, I mean, it's not really preventing you. Well, isn't it? Might be. Like, preventing you from like, moving in that spot. Like, it might be actually be something that registers. I don't think you can walk through it. But more than that, it's also like, it just looks so dumb when you have, like, you want to immerse yourself into your interior. Like, you have your bedroom, you have your kitchen and everything. And then you have a freaking long fucking tree trunk. And, like, maybe, like, even the foliage and everything is just, like, covering the whole kitchen space or something like that. That's... I would... In order to get rid of that, I had to wait for the server wipe. No, not wipe. Server reset, which happened like once every 4 hours or something like that. That's when all the trees resets, basically.
As we kept working through the day, the walkie suddenly buzzed into life with radio chatter.
Oh,
I was at home fetching a shovel when voices started coming across the airwaves.
Oh, I forgot about this. Yes, this is the next piece of the puzzle.
They come
I would
out.
like to join my friends, please.
Yeah, continue down the stairs. That's good.
I think that's a.
So all of these voices you're hearing is actually heard through the radio. It's a little bit disorienting. I've never really liked the fact that it sounds like you're talking to someone that's standing right next to you, but I feel like they should put like a radio filter on or something just to make it more more radio-like. But anyway, all of this conversation, except for Rory, who's I think coming in right now, everything is heard through the radio.
Yes, they didn't answer.
Right, Robin.
Place has changed a bit.
I think they go this way.
Good.
This with the yellow one. There should be a ladder somewhere here.
We were both so excited here because we really wanted to eavesdrop on this conversation, and we heard there were a bunch of important people on the other end. We recognized, I think one was it Sav or was it? It was also that guy with the top hat, and I think the woman might be Skylar. What's happening right now is I don't remember the story, the scenario exactly, but I think Skylar... No, I think one of the mutants is bringing Skylar and an entourage of hers to Warlock, or at least to Warlock's representative. I'm not sure.
Hey.
Yeah, that's
Skylar.
Oh, it's Beetlejuice.
No.
Oh, that's Dobby. Yeah, he says it there. Wait. Dobby's with them, so it's an Arbiter is with them as well. Probably for security, because the mutants could never be trusted.
Hey.
Yeah, that's
Skylar.
Oh, it's Beetlejuice.
Well, there's Dobby.
Yeah.
Distinctive voice.
This is how you do if both of you want to listen to it. I think we both picked it up on our radios. That's why it came in. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Or maybe we only had the one radio. But for us to both be able to listen in, we put the radio on the ground. I think that was how it worked. If you had it on you or in your hand, only you could hear what the other person says. Not sure, but I think that's how it works. Not sure if it works, if that's how it works today, but that's how it was there. And when I typed there that it is muted, I meant the microphone, because Survivalist RP had a function where, like a mod, where you could mute your radio microphone. So you didn't have to worry if you used push to talk and talk to someone in right next to you. You didn't have to worry about your voice getting transmitted over the air. It was actually muted. So you could listen, but they couldn't hear you when you talked, you know? That was very handy, actually. I wish that was like a base game mechanic.
New.
I'm not. I know.
I've been here before, but it's changed so much.
Suddenly, there was a voice that was distinctly non-human.
Is that Corey?
My lord, something less than cooperative in the havens and towers.
Shivers. Hello, old friend.
That's what I meant.
This is fucking terrifying.
There's been no change. The souls of the South still clamor for their things.
That, I think, is the voice of Warlock himself.
Belongings.
What the fuck is that guy? I wonder if that was him.
Yeah, could have been. I was thinking that maybe
We've never heard him.
Yeah, I know. Thinking if it was that dark Satan voice, you know, like that dark satanic voice. Could also.
I don't know. I did hear the mutants, and sometimes they do sound like that.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the mics here. I'm hearing my own voice cutting out, and I think that was in the recording. I don't know why that happened, but, you know, you have to take it with a grain of salt.
But
alright.
I don't fucking know.
I didn't know if it was the creepy voices that had put my mind on edge, but all of a sudden, I thought I heard something outside. Shut off, shut off, shut off, shut off.
Convinced Darby to give me John's M110 back at the end of this.
Sorry. They...
One's holding his finger in a hish motion, and I'm like nodding. I wonder if Rory heard it too. I call him Rory, but it's, I mean, Medi. But just for, you know, sake of immersion, I still call him Rory here. I wonder if he heard it too, because I was convinced I heard something. I would not have told him to shut off the radio otherwise.
We listened and listened. What we'd heard over the radio and the implications of possibly having heard Warlock's voice had set us off with hearts pounding and sweat beading our brows. We were so uptight right now, we were literally seeing monsters behind every corner.
And remember, we still have our vendetta against Warlock, like 600 other people had. But we had like a real personal thing against him with the fact that he had mutated Dex, which was Tree did that as a favor to us. I appreciate it so much because it gave us a reason. He was really willing to play ball with us for the sake of the story, and that was really, really kind of him. Actually, I really appreciated that. So we had like a real reason to go after Warlock. But if you remember, we had very different reasons. I wanted answers and Rory wanted revenge. So it's like, you know, that's going to come to a head too at one point, I think. Maybe. Possibly. God, I just miss playing on Survivalists and with Medi and doing this thing. I wish we'd done it more. I wish I hadn't gotten so burned out. Because to tell you the truth, it is really exhausting to roleplay and then have to sift through countless hours of just raw material and try to stitch together a story. It's really difficult and really exhausting. Eventually, if you do it a longer amount of time, you can't do it. You just burn out. And that's kind of why I'm not doing Ego on Doug right now. Or why I haven't done that for a whole year. I'm just so incredibly, like... It's really fun when you get a good story going and when you roleplay with other people, but it demands a lot of energy, a lot of time as well. At one point when I was editing Blood Ties, I recounted to a friend of mine that I did nothing all days. I was unemployed, so I had 100% free time, but still I did nothing but roleplay edit, shit, eat, and sleep. That was it. I did nothing else. That was my life for a couple of months. So genuinely, like, for optimum efficiency, you really need to be at least 2 people. Like, one person who roleplays and the other one who does the editing. Because that is actually more efficient, but I really never had a choice. I had to do it all myself. And I'm a little bit of a control freak when it comes to my own characters as well. I guess you can discuss about what directions you want your character to go and discuss the narrative and all that, but I feel like I want to do everything by myself, and that just really does exhaust you. Here we were convinced that there was something outside. But in the end, there wasn't. At least we didn't find anything. We didn't hear anything else.
Eventually, I had to admit that my paranoia most likely had gotten the better of me.
Oh, sorry. I just want to say that I don't think so. Or maybe. But I remember, actually, I think I was so convinced that I heard something. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told him to shut off the radio.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone.
Because that was missing.
We tried
out
contacting
on
New
content.
Duskar, or whatever was left of the old colony government on the other side of the water, but we couldn't reach anyone. Rory had volunteered to head on over and see if he could get a hold of someone who knew something, and I was just about to head on out myself to acquire more building materials when the voices returned.
He's instructed us long before you approached to not harm anyone, no matter what happens. Like I said, the epilogue is already happened. What happens after cannot be stopped. We are now just witnessing the end.
This server was chock full of really good role players. They really went in for their roles, and I was constantly amazed at how could they find the perfect things to say, you know? Like, they were really, really committed to their roles. And they're even using, like, the grammar and the vernacular and the words, the right words. It was so amazing to experience, you know?
I will burn this entire fucking island to the ground if it means putting a stop to you and your creations. I've dealt with your shit long enough, and I should have shot you at the fucking coronation.
I recognized Harold with a sigh of relief, noting with slight amusement that our very own Papa Exposition was actively mouthing off at the mutants. But what interested me the most was the fact that he was addressing the satanic voice as somebody whom he should have shot at Lucas's coronation. And then it hit me.
He invited a bunch of people into the bunker. I wasn't there for it, but from what I heard, he had them bow to the mutants.
Wow.
Yeah, if I wasn't there, I would have shot all of them.
I was fine with leaving him alone. At Lucas's coronation, I told him that while I wanted him dead, we had better things to do with our time, pretty much, and we weren't gonna break Lucas's rules either to get it done.
I still couldn't 100% confirm it, but it would appear that Warlock had undergone serious experimentations on himself after all. Judging by the voice, if this was indeed Warlock, there was nothing even remotely human left of the man. And what was even more chilling was he had mentioned something called the epilogue, which supposedly had something to do with his serum, and was also apparently something that was already in motion. As I gathered, there was a lot of talk across the islands about something big that was coming, and it was going to change everything. Could it be that Warlock had finally unlocked the genetic mysteries of his projects? I didn't know what was coming, but the voices had chilled me to the bone, and that night, I did not get much sleep at all.
Survivalists. Back in good old 2022. Alright. Oh, let me stop that right there. Stop it. There you go. Alright. That was episode 26 of Blood Ties. And that was a really fun episode to make because of, you know, the whole being stoned thing in the episode, in the story. Yeah, I really miss role playing a lot. Oftentimes I actually do like look back at the things that I've created, and I just miss role playing. I want to go back. I want to do it soon, but we'll see if I can do it this fall. But it all depends on how much of a workload I'm going to be given here during my internship at with Trust Soul Music. And then we're going to have the final exam project in December. And then next year, I should be unemployed again. Not something I really want to clap my hands to. But, you know, at least I'll get some more spare time for stuff. But, I mean, obviously the aim is to get a job as quickly as possible. But I can't guarantee that that's going to happen. There are no guarantees, even though the school that I'm attending is actually kind of like they pride themselves on, 90% of everybody who graduates have a job once they graduate, like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to be one of those 90%, but at least I've taken the step to proceed with this vocational university trade school education, and it's something I'm actually proud of. I'm going to be indebted to the student financial organization probably for the rest of my life, but no matter. It's still something that I wanted to do, and now actually, if I manage to graduate, I'll have it in black and white, So there's that. But anyway, enough of that. That was really like some digression there. But yeah, episode 26 of The Trip. Next episode 27, is actually entitled Skylar. So by the title of that episode, you can tell that we are actually going to finally meet Skylar. I think I was online like 3-4 times trying to hunt her down in order to talk to her before I actually managed to find her. It was like, and that episode details in complete detail, like it shows you in complete detail how much people were swamping her because she was such an important person. It's actually kind of a parody in and of itself. Oh, and after that, it's episode 28, Ground Zero. That's another one I'm actually kind of proud of. That one is fun to. That one, yeah. I like that one. That one was a lot of effort was put into that one, so I like that one a lot. And then episode 29, Diverging Appetites. It's a bit of a controversial episode because it's the only time I've ever engaged even remotely in something that can be construed as ERP. No, it's not shown. No, but through editing, you'll know that something is happening. I've never actually done ERP at all, ever, like on a public or, community roleplay server, because that shit's banned. I mean, there could be kids playing, so. But I wanted it to be shown in the story because it's actually quite an important step for. You'll see. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just trying to recap some of the episodes here. Blood Ties, episode 30, just the two of us. Sort of goes more in depth into the other individual. No, yeah, let's move on. Episode 31, The Ark, details an outreach mission to Lamplight. Yeah, that's when we really get to know Lamplight. And then episode 32, Legitimate Business. I don't know. I don't really remember what that one was about. I think it was like some people who were trying to blackmail or something. I don't know. Episode 33, Mounting Pressure, is the second to last episode, and that one we actually go up to the transplanted sanctuary, which has become whatever that was called. I don't remember what it was called. It was like the new sanctuary, but it was not new sanctuary. It was called something else. I don't remember. And then finally, episode 34, Mutant Madness, is quite honestly, Mehdi told me that it was his favorite episode of the entire series. And there's a reason for that one. Mutant Madness is the episode in which I wanted everything to have like a definitive end. No loose ends. Nothing, like all stories are concluded sort of in episode 34, the final episode. Except for Robin's, which could go on, but I'm not gonna say anything else. Sorry, I like talking about my own work, as evident. But yes, thank you for this time. Hopefully we will not spend another whole year until we reach another roleplay review episode. So it's been a blast. I just reminded myself that this series still exists, and I need to go through it. So, oh, and then we go into Ego on Doug. That's true. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Explaining my decisions on that one. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, sorry. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Hope you've had a good time, or at least had some interesting things happen, or you know, I hope you found this a little bit interesting at least. Until next time, tomorrow I will return with the final game of Super Nintendo Summer, which is going to be Beauty and the Beast. And after that one, we will return to the regularly scheduled broadcasts, as Super Nintendo Summer 2025 is going to have reached the end. So, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Until next time, I wish you well, and remember to stay safe, mind social distance, and always keep the retro legacy alive. This is Eagle 83 wishing you the best. Take care. Good night.